Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I need that. Hello. Anybody home? Okay, so I figure the first couple of streams I'm probably going to be talking to air, which is okay because I haven't been on in a hot minute. But I thought about it, and I'm not sure if I wanted to do videos or live streams, but I think I'm still going to stick around the same time frame. Now, obviously, doing videos allows me to like record ahead of time, but I'm not sure if that is something I want to do. I don't know yet. So we shall see. So anybody who's like watching this in the after the fact, like when I'm not live anymore, you'll get that memo. I may or may not be doing videos, but I'll do something. I'll try to come on a little bit more regularly. I was recently encouraged by a company that I purchased from, and because they had called me to work out one of the orders anyway, and she was just like, well, do you teach? And I was like, no, I do YouTube sometimes when my life is not super crazy and busy. But I do YouTube. She's like, oh, you should get back on there more often. I was like, I know, I need to. I really should. I know you're working. I just didn't want to be talking to air completely. But that's okay, because it's really no different than talking to air when you're, making a video. But eventually, people will come back on and be like, oh my gosh, she's doing a live. What? By the way, I'm in love with this tape. I have used it so much. Like you can see how much of this one I've used. This is double-sided tape from Prima, and I will try to get some more of it because, oh my God, it is amazing. I'm fixing to put fabric on this cover with this tape. Yes, I am. So I'm making a photo album, and I'm not going to say who it's for, just on the hot chance that they happen to watch my YouTube, which they may or they may not. But I've already made a couple things for other members of my family. Right now, I'm just pushing the tape down. It's called burnishing. Because what you want to do is you kind of want to get the air bubbles out of the tape so it adheres to the book. And I haven't figured out if this is like less expensive than score tape. It is for me because I get it at a wholesale price, but I don't know, like retail wise, if it's better or not better, but more cost effective than score tape, because that's the other double-sided tape that I love is score tape. But I don't use it like this because score tape's not that thick and not that, it's not quite that sticky. This stuff, oh my gosh, Prima is like, I don't know if you know this, but Prima is a company that's very, what's the word? They focus very heavily on two areas, scrapbooking and mixed media. And they actually have a sister company. It's redesigned by Prima that focuses very heavily on mixed media, specifically like decoupaging furniture pieces like dressers and chairs and desks and stuff like that, tables. It's actually really quite cool. But yeah, so I just wrote down some measurements because these are going to be covered up anyway, but I wanted to make sure to measure everything out. So I've got this. Please don't hate my fabric, camera. Does it hate my fabric? It doesn't hate my fabric. What? Okay, cool. So it's super thin. So I don't know. I don't think, because I'm going to mount on top of this. You know what? Ooh, that's no bueno. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, wait, that actually might be pretty perfect. So this is some scrap fabric that I found in my stash. This is not something that I would normally buy myself because I'm not, I mean, I like green, don't get me wrong, but this particular color green is not my favorite. But again, it's not for me. So, it's pretty. Oh, thanks. I mean, I didn't make the fabric or nothing, um, but yeah, it's not something that I would normally buy myself. I think what had happened was like several years ago, maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, I used to buy a lot of stuff from YouTube sales, which I mean, I still do sometimes. Um, and it was a bundle of fabric. And so this was part of that bundle. And okay, you are going to work out just perfect. All right, let's get one at a time done. All right. And what I really like about this is I can pull the backing up, and watch me not be able to do it now that I'm on camera, but I can pull the backing up without like a knife, which is really cool. So I'm going to make this just go over. So I'm going to map this. This is just going to be like kind of an accent. I haven't figured out what's going on the cover exactly just yet. So now that I have that, pull it tight. And yes. I'm going to have to do wet glue right here, I think. But that's okay. I found a new wet glue that I really... Look at this. Like, that's double-sided tape. And a Xena hair. It's all right. It comes off. There it is. Nope, I lied. Psych, just kidding. Now I have to pull it off. Come on, you can do it. Ow, let go. It really did not want to let go of that fabric. Oh my gosh. So anyway, yeah, I decided that I was just, making this anyway. So I figured, why not turn the camera on? I haven't been on in a hot minute, and I don't know about you guys, but I sure missed you guys. I know a lot of people are just like, oh, we've missed you. We've missed you. Because like back in the day when I was still doing videos fairly regularly, I was like, I'm still on YouTube. I just don't really go live anymore. I just do the videos. Like, oh, well. I don't know. I think the lives, though, they are definitely a lot easier as far as like production wise, because I don't have an upload time. I literally turn the camera off and YouTube uploads the video for me. So it definitely makes it easier on that aspect. But it makes it more difficult on the aspect of if I have 4 hours free time and I do a live, then I just do, 4-hour live or whatever. But if I do videos and I have 4 hours of free time, then I can do 4 videos and have 4 days of content for you guys. So it's kind of like a hit and miss. I don't know what I'm going to be doing yet. This glue I have fallen in love with. This is, it's PVA glue, but it's Carpenter PVA glue, specifically for like picture frames and wood, which is kind of cool. And now, because I'm like, oh, I've fallen in love with it, it's not going to work. Come out wherever you are. Ah, here it is. And you kind of have to plug it up just like you do with the whatchamacallit, this stuff, art glitter glue. So all I'm doing here is I'm pushing the fabric into the crack, not the crack, but the crease of the cover. So when I open it, it's not going to damage or crinkle up the fabric. And you can use your bone folder, you can use your fingernail, you can use your scissors, just don't cut it. I mean, you can use anything really, a credit card, the kind that you to smear. I don't personally have a credit card over here or a gift card or anything like that. I just use my hands, I guess. I'm just kind of pulling this tight, not too tight. You don't want to pull that back out of the crease here, because you want that crease there, because like I said, what that's going to do is it's going to prevent the buckling when you're opening. Do you see that right there? How it doesn't buckle, but it folds into that crease because you've pushed it down. That's what you want. You really want that buckle or that crease right there. And it's just like a little divot, that's all. And you put it there when you make the book itself. Stay. So, other than working, how you doing, Miss Erica? How's the baby? Ironically, it's decently straight. I did not even plan it that way, which is kind of funny because it's like striped, so you kind of want to make sure it's straight. This is a template that I was using for some of the other gifts that I was making. I'm just going to put a little bead of glue right here. We're going to do the same thing that we just did on the other side. On this side, I should have eaten before I turned this camera on. This tape is amazing. I would not suggest it with just any old double-sided tape. I'm not saying you have to buy this tape, but I would definitely make sure that it is a very, very good double-sided tape. Not just any old hunky-dory tape, Hey, that's sticking in my fingers. This fabric is very thin. And what I like about this tape too is I'm learning just now. Now, if this was something that I was selling, I would not be like, oh, willy-nilly, let's try this, let's try that. But because it's a gift, and it's a gift for a family, so I know that they have a lot of respect for, me as a person and what I do. So I don't mind trying out, will this work? Will that work? Whatnot. I believe he has another ear infection. Oh, carpet tape might work too. I haven't tried that. I think that might be a very expensive alternative, but hey, if you have it, then obviously it's not going to cost you anything extra because you already have it. But hey, that might work. You'll have to let me know. But I like this tape method because I'm able to do a little bit at a time. And as you can see, there's no bubbles. There's nothing. It's almost like I've used Heat and Bond, but didn't. Heat and Bond's very expensive too. I know scrapbook.com has some double-sided tape, like their brand. Hello. Stop that. Come back here. They have their branded double-sided tape. So maybe, I'm not entirely sure if that would work. But I do have some, but it's also not the cheapest in the world. But then again, I don't think any of the double-sided tapes are really that cheap. Because, I can look real quick and I can tell you exactly how much these are, at least for me, because all of the Prima stuff, I I just do the suggested retail value. I don't change the prices at all. I mean, there are some people that will like severely undercut Prima's retail value, but I mean, you're not really making any money, and the whole point to me, if you have a wholesale or a wholesale account through Prima, I mean, you would think that. Never mind. Anyway, let me look at my invoice. I just started rambling. Don't mind me. But you see how easy this is? And I mean, I have dip powder on my nails. Nothing too fancy or schmancy. I actually got mad. That's another. Why does it say processing? Because that order's not done yet. That's why. Ding dong. All right. So let's see. What is 18 divided by 6? That's 3, right? So it's $3 a roll, even for me. So these were both $3 a roll. No, I lied. This one was $2 a roll. This one was $3 a roll. I actually ordered the 1/4-inch tape, but I didn't get it. So I don't know if it's like on back order or what, but I don't know, maybe. But anyway, I do like it. I was using it in the other projects that I was creating for the other gifts for my family. Because we decided this year, because we're trying to, we are looking to buy a house potentially towards the end, or not the end, but towards like summertime of next year of 22, because it looks like we're moving. Well, we're definitely moving, but it looks like we might have an actual location as to where we're going, which we didn't before. So I'm going to take the corners right here and I'm going to cut a V. So I'm going to go this way and then I'm going to flip it up and I'm going to go this way. Okay. Can y'all see that? All right. So since I'm already here, let's cut here. And it doesn't have to be a drastic V. It just needs to be something to make you able to manipulate this fabric just a smidge. So turn it over. And I'm still making a V. I'm just making it a little bit more streamlined instead of, you know, flip, cut, flip, cut, flip, cut, flip, cut. So, oop. Okay. Grab your extra. You can keep it. You cannot keep it. Depends on what you do with your scraps. Do you use your scraps to make ephemera? You know, all that jazz. No, it's not bad, but you have to remember that's wholesale. That's wholesale prices that I just told you. So that means that the $3 roll is $6 retail. And, all right, let's see. And the $2 roll is $4 retail, which I don't think is too bad. I love the inch roll, though. As you can see, I've used a good bit of it. All right, so I'm going to take just... So this is a very small overlap here. And so I'm most likely going to have to use wet glue on this portion. But I'm just going to cut basically scissor depth right here. And I'm going to fold my corner over. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing on all 4 corners. Yeah, you forgot about that wholesale thing, didn't you? Yeah, me too. Okay, so almost done with this part. All right. So like I said, you can keep your scraps or not keep your scraps. It's completely up to you. So I'm going to do this side first just because I think this side's going to be more ornery. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a bead of glue down here and then I'm going to push it up. because I don't think it's going to be quite long enough to touch this tape. So we just have to be really careful when we're matting it. And if you want to get your glue all nice and even and straight, just smear it out. And I just got these little brush, or they're not even brushes, they're silicone spatulas. Wow, my lighting is really bright. Hi, Michelle, how are you? I got these off of Amazon. So you can definitely find these on Amazon. I think I got like a pack of 20 something different shapes and sizes for, I don't know, like $10 or something like that. It was very inexpensive. Okay. So it looks like that will work. Okay. And now I'm going to fold this up. I'm not going to take it off completely because I don't want stuff to get on that tape backing. So I'm just going to push it right on back down. Hold on, let me see if I can. How's that? Is that better? Oh my gosh. What is... I have not filmed in a hot minute, so I just turned off all my lights. Is that better? I feel like that's really dark though. That's Erica, by the way. Oh, I forgot the other half over here. Yeah, I feel like I'm crafting in the dark now. It is so dark. Y'all forgot to tell me I didn't do that side. Oopsie. I'm just making my other little V over here. Okay, it's better for you guys. I feel like I'm crafting in the dark. Like, I wish you could see like how dark my actual room is right now. It's kind of crazy. All right, so I'm going to put a little tiny tab of glue right here in the corner and fold it up because I want it to cover this little corner, because I don't really want to put what's it called, corner pieces on it, because I don't think that it would add to the aesthetics of this particular journal. So I think I'm going to pull this all the way up. I shouldn't have done that. We're just going to push it right on back down because I have a little tiny bit right here and a little tiny bit right over there. And we're just going to hope that stays. Okay, we're going to push the little corner in again. I eliminated the bright glares. Oh, yeah. It did. It's bizarre for me because it's just so dark. But that's okay. Because as long as it's better for you guys, I think that'll be all right. Now I need you to stay. Need you to stay put, Mr. Tape. You can actually see the color of the green a little bit better too, because the green before it looked more like a kind of a turquoisey color. Oh, it's not. This is a very grass green. All right, so I'm not real sure how I'm going to do this part. I think I want to glue it and then tuck it in like that, you know, but I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. That is still to be determined. So we're going to glue here. Actually, we don't need to do that. We do need to glue the corner though. Ah, okay. So y'all can see what I'm doing. I'm just pushing the corners up and making sure that the actual corner is covered. That way when I fold the tape over or fold the fabric over, it covers the brown. Okay. And now because we already did the corners, I don't need to do them again. So I'm going to close up my glue. Oh, Erica, look at my hand. It's like finally starting to heal. It actually decided to re-scab over, which was weird. I guess because it's on my hand, I don't know. But I don't remember my mushrooms doing that. But you see how that overlapped almost perfectly. Yay. Couldn't really see it with these guys because it was so small. I haven't caught you live in a while. Well, I haven't really been live in a while. No, it's definitely not scabby. I haven't been live in a while because obviously I have a big family and, the holiday season. My kids actually went back to public school this year. So that was a very, very big adjustment for us because believe it or not, I feel like I had more free time when I was homeschooling them. But I don't really know. My son wanted to, try his forte at public high school. So he went back to public school this year. And, oh, why did I do that? That's a very big chunk. And he is in Model UN as well as Beta Club. So that's every week he's got to, stay after school for something. And then my daughter is, she's actually in 5th grade. She's supposed to be in 4th grade, but she's in 5th grade. And she's doing amazing. All right. So what am I going to do with this? I definitely have to leave that one. These other two will be fun. I'm going to trim this down just a smidge. That, and I get an extra little piece of this fabric. Not sure what I'm going to do with it. I've had this fabric for, I think, 2 or 3 years, and I have not used it. Really? Well, I don't know. I kind of like both. Like, I guess I enjoy the seclusion of a video. You don't feel like you're obligated to, talk to everybody. And because honestly, I kind of come into the live sometimes, but I feel like I'm a creeper because I feel like I'm obligated to talk, and I don't sometimes because a lot of times when I'm watching the lives, I'm doing something else, I'm just going to grab my glue mat because this mat right here is not a glue mat and the glue will get stuck. And I have other projects in my hand at the moment. But does that make sense? I don't know. I hope that makes sense. All right. So now I'm just going to fold this down. I'm going to use my bone folder, push it down. Oh, that worked out splendidly. Oh, so pretty. Yes. Oh, why didn't y'all tell me to do that earlier? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't actually talked in a live in a minute. I mean, it's been a minute since I've been active in a live. Because like I said, I'm normally in here working on something. Because, I have the shop too. And so that's what's been a lot of my time. My dad actually asked me one day. I think it was yesterday, actually. he was talking to me about the shop, and he was like, well, growing it and this, that, and another. I was like, that is not why I have my shop. I mean, obviously I'm not going to have my shop to lose money, but I don't have it to make it into like a multi-billion-dollar company. I have it because I enjoy it. The moment that it's not fun for me anymore, I'm done with it. And he starts going off on this tangent, like nest egg this, nest egg that. I was like, Daddy, don't get me wrong. I have my priorities, but this particular job is not a job for me. It is what I enjoy doing. And it was hard for me to try to explain that to him. And he had then a little bit later on, he asked me about if I knew about, I'm taking the glue off of my pen. If I had known about like Patreon. I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I know about Patreon, but I am barely on my YouTube. I could not even begin to try to add something else to my plate. I am barely on YouTube as it is. All right, so what I'm going to do is I have got my measurements for my mats, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and cut out my mats real quick, and then we're going to glue those down. And so I did it in centimeters because centimeters is so much easier to do. It's 22 centimeters and 14 and a half centimeters. Or, just to give you an idea, this one is 8 and 9/16. Because you see that 9 mark is over here. Yeah, so it's 8 and 9/16. Okay. Or 5 and, because again, the 6 mark is over here. But you see what I mean? It's so much easier to do centimeters, at least with this anyway. So let me go ahead and cut these out. I need 2 of the big ones, which are going to be, hold on, I just want to move my mouse out of the way. I don't want to accidentally hit something because I'm streaming straight through YouTube, and I don't know if it's going to, exactly, when it's not fun, I'm done. All right, there we go. You just stay right there. Well, I need you open so I can see you. Okay, so where'd my white go? There it is. So I need 2 of these for the 22 centimeters. So my mat is going to be 22. There's the 22 mark right there. And this is a Fisker's rotary trimmer. I do not sell these. They are way too big and way too bulky, and people yell at me all the time about shipping anyway. So I'm not about to try to find these and sell these. So you can find them on Amazon. You can find them at Michael's or Joann's. Makes perfect sense. Yeah, I'm not always in chat either. Okay, so this one's going to be 14 and a half. So 14 is right here on this line. So I'm going to guess. Actually, I lied. What I'm going to do is take this and see. Yep. Okay. It's right here on this line right here that you can't see. That's the only thing that I don't like about this particular trimmer is the 6-inch mark, and anything between 14 and 15 and a half centimeters, you can't see. You have to either grab a ruler so you can see it this way, which is fine. I can do that. Wait, did I just cut that the wrong way? No, that's right. Okay. Wait, I feel like, okay, yeah, that's the 22 centimeters works. So I can go over here, and I'm just cutting these both at the same time because it's only 2 pieces. I'm going to push it out to where I think it is. My watch is yelling at me that I need to stand up. I'm going to double check. And that is 14 and a half. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. Okay. Set my scraps aside. Those are my 2 mats for my inside cover. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab my mats. Since I have my trimmer and my paper out anyway, I need 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I lied. I need 12 of these. I was like, that's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Almost. Okay, these are going to be 21.5 by 14. So the 14 is pretty easy. I am not going to cut all these all at the same time. That's going to be ridiculous. So I'll do 3 at a time. So I'll do this 4 times. So I have, bad idea. So I have 14 here. Boop. And 21.5 here. And boop. So there's 1. There's. I need a bigger desk. Yeah, it's funny as they tell me that I need a bigger desk, and he agrees. But as soon as I get a bigger desk, I know I'm going to fill that thing up too, because that's what we do. The more space you give us, the more stuff we obtain. It's crazy like that, don't you think? That's 21.5. That was not 21.5. That was 21.5. Okay, get me. And 14. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3. And I'm just kind of alternating which ones I cut first, because it'll make the scraps a little bit more interesting. And now I have, oh, I heard squeaky tires. I was like, something's at my door, but it's really early for that. So, all right. But yeah, as I was saying earlier in the video, well, live video, whatevs, there for a while, I'm probably going to be talking mostly to myself or the handful of people that come in and catch me or whatnot, because I haven't been on in a while. So people aren't necessarily accustomed to seeing me on. But as far as like the YouTuber, I think that the difference between lives and videos is kind of, hit and miss, like what it is that you're looking for. So I am going to save these because I have some ideas as far as what all I'm going to put into this thing. All right. So that gives me a little bit of a variation between my scraps. So I don't have, 12 of everything. I have a little bit of variation. And you go where exactly? Okay, you go there and you go there. All right. And, I was like, wait a minute, that's not right. All right. So when we talked the other day, I was like, oh, it's not so cold. And so yet, 9 degrees? Ew. It's 61 degrees outside right now. I mean, you can't see it. It's super blurry, but it's 60, the 4-letter word. Michelle, aren't you in the South? You're in the South, right? I think you are. Okay, so I am actually not going to be inking any of these because the person that it's going to does not care anything about vintage or otherwise. Now she likes like oldies, but I don't think that's the same thing. Because I like oldies, I like vintage stuff too. So Arizona, yeah, that's southish, right? When it doesn't get below like 90 degrees, that's considered south. For a reason, I hate cold and snow. Uh-oh. Did you get attacked by the snowman? I'm just kidding. What happened? All right. So I'm going to lay that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use the 5/8 5/8 of an inch, just because I've been using a lot of the 1 inch. And apparently I did it. See? My watch is like, yeah, you stood up. Okay. We'll just go with that, I guess. Put you over there in the corner. Where's my thingy? There you are. Thanks, but you get used to it. I've lived here my whole life, so I'm pretty used to it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like people in the South going up north. Because people in the North would be like, I can't deal with the hot weather all the time. People in the South, I mean, they're used to it, so it doesn't bother them. But as you can tell, I'm from the South, and I do not like the weather down here. Not at all. I like seasons. There are 4 seasons for a reason. I would like to see them all for longer than 2 weeks in a year. Because down here, it gets really, really cold, like 10s, 20s for maybe 3 days, and then it's hot again. For instance, today our high is like 78 or something like that. Tomorrow, our high is like 52. And then next week, our high is like, not next week, it's like this weekend, I think, our high is like 80 something. I'm like, are you kidding me? What is happening right now? Like, it's crazy. Lived in Wisconsin for 5 years and froze. Ugh. Native Californian, so I'm used to warmer weather. Yeah. I'm from the South, and I can only handle the South for a little bit. So I was actually born in Texas. I was raised in Southern Alabama, like the same far south as when Katrina hit. Yeah, it hit my mom's house and my in-laws' house. Because we used to live about 15, 20 minutes north of Gulf Shores. I don't know if you guys know where that's at, but when Ivan hit, it destroyed Orange Beach, Pensacola Beach, Gulf Shores, and then the very next year, Katrina hit. It was crazy. And the only reason I remember that is because Ivan, my husband at the time was not my husband. He was my boyfriend. But him and I went up to my mom's house because at the time she lived in a town called Robertsdale, which was about 35 minutes from the beach. And she ended up losing power for about 2.5 weeks. And then we actually went back and stayed with his mom for a little while because she lost power, but they had power back within 24 hours because they still live on the same grid as the hospital. To be honest with you, I would rather deal with hurricanes than tornadoes. I can't deal with tornadoes. There's no warning system for tornadoes. They can give you likely scenarios and they can give you possibilities and cautionary tales, but they're not going to be able to give you a 2 weeks notice that there's going to be a tornado. And a tornado is just as destructive as a hurricane, but much, much faster. Like it's all over within a minute or two. Whereas a hurricane, it's all over in a few hours because it's a much slower moving storm. All right. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd rather deal with the hurricanes. But we're also talking about retiring up to Tennessee because my dad lives in Tennessee and we would love to be closer to him. And yeah, they are quick and scary. They're like, whoa, Nelly Furtado, that is dangerous. I have only been in one tornado, and I was a little. My mom says that it was, I'm going to put an extra couple pieces right here over the fabric. I'm going to use the big tape though. This is how sticky this is. My mom says that it was an F5. I don't remember it. Obviously, I was an infant. I don't have any inclination of what that was or whatever. But she said that my grandpa, her dad, had to come and get us. And he picked us up. We were in the back of his truck. Well, the cab. But I was in the back of his truck in the cab. And my mom said that she turned around and she saw the tornado pick up the trailer that we were literally just in 3 minutes before, and picked it up and flung it, like, I don't know how far, but she said it was the next town over, but I don't know. I mean, that was a long, long time ago. I'm almost 40 years old now, so that was a very long time ago. I mean, I can't remember what I did last week, nevertheless, 40 years ago. Neither for me, right? So used to tornadoes as well. No. I ain't no getting used to tornadoes for me. Put me in the mountains. Tornadoes don't climb hills. That's just not how they behave. So, oops. I think that'll be good. All right. I just like instinctually want to reach up and turn this light on because it is just so dark. The mail lady is here. She's picking up my orders. Look at. Oh, and by the way, this tape is so sticky. As soon as it goes down, it is down. There is no picking that back up. So I am trying to line this up before it goes down, because I tried with my other project to pick it up and move it. I was ripping the paper. So I was like, yep, nope, it's down. They are pretty destructive. Sometimes go tornado chasing. You are crazy. Things have changed a little since having you think? Do in the future, right? Yeah. I'm not sure if I want to wrap these pages or not. What do you think? Because no matter what, you're going to be able to see that the craft brown in between the pages. That's not going to go anywhere. But I can still wrap the pages, I think. So we're going to find something. I think I'll worry about the pages another day. Right now, I just want to get the cover done. And I think I might. I don't know. It depends. How long have I been on? Just 50 minutes? Yeah, I should be able to find some the cover, something to go with the cover on the inside. Okay, I did check it because I was like, wait, is that sticky? Oh gosh. Okay. Where'd you go? I have little strings right here because this side of the fabric was like stitched together to the other side. It was really weird and bizarre. All right. Let go. Oh, really? All right. That's it. Okay. So I'm really excited to get to play with this. I set out a set for myself before it like disappeared, but I haven't really been advertising it, so it's still there, which I'm actually kind of grateful for at one point, to a certain point, because it's amazing. But I don't know how to say this. Some people say Aesops, some people say Aesops, but I got the Aesops fables. So I don't know if it's Aesops or Aesops, because my husband calls it one thing. My brother-in-law calls it another thing. I think Erica calls it another thing. And I'm just like, okay, it's Aesops. I don't know. Or Aesops. I don't know. But anyway, I'm very excited to use this. So I grabbed an 8x8, that one, an A4, that one, and then the 12x12, that one. So I get to play with these. And these are available in the shop if you guys are interested. The shop's in the description box. And this paper line is from Ciao Bella, which is an Italian paper line if you're not familiar. Actually, I kind of really like that. Is that going to be like too big? Oh my gosh. Are you kidding? How perfect is that? Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have a very strong front runner at the moment. They're in the shop, Erica. They are under, I think they're under fantasy actually, because they're fairy tales. I think they might be under nature. I love the fact that they give you like this one that you can fussy cut, because I'm such a big fan of fussy cutting. That is so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh, the kitty cat and the mouse. The fox and the grapes. Actually, all you have to do, if you can't find it, is just type in the search bar in the search feature, because I have a lot of listings. If you just type in this word, AESOP' fables, you'll find it. Yeah, I just got an order. Sorry. It's connected to my watch. There's nothing I can do about that. I'm not really sure how things are connected to my watch. And unless I disconnect my phone from my watch, then, oh my gosh. Look. Okay. So I think I'm actually going to use this here, and then maybe put this one on the back, this little guy right here, because it's the same thing. It's just bigger. So I think I'm going to break this picture apart here and put this on the back and put this on the front. And actually, oh, that might work. That might work. Oh, that was you? That's funny. Well, you had a funny name. What is are you sure that was you? Because your name was like Roro something or another. Oh, it's you. Yeah, I don't know. It like just showed up as like Roro something on my watch when it did it. Okay, so let's cut this out real fast, like. Oy! And then I'm probably going to have to trim it down just ever so slightly. But once I get that, yeah, we're going to have to trim it down just a smidge. So let's take this side. And that's perfect. All right, so now we're going to take, hi Haven, this side. And I'm going to make sure that's nice and straight. Okay, and then absolutely save the scraps because we're fixing to use that on the spine after I figure out how big it is. Well, we can do this part at least. I think I want to use that for something else. I want to save that. It says never waste time. There's a time to work and time to play. Okay. And then I'm going to make the, oh, I really wish I could go a little bit taller on this, but that's okay. We're going to cut off his little antennas and eyeballs. That's all right. Okay. All right. Now the height is fine. I just need to figure out what the width is. So we want 6.5 centimeters. So let's go. That's actually pretty perfect. We're going to have to go right on the edge. You need to make more coffee dyed paper. Heck yeah, man. I'd buy it. I don't make my own coffee dyed paper. Every so often I do, but most of the time I do not, because I just don't have time for that. Like when it's something that I can do, that I can buy, I'd rather, with reason, obviously. But yeah, coffee dyed paper, coffee dyed stuff is definitely one of those things. And honestly, I love, love, love the ones that do like patterns. Absolutely love those. There's a couple shops that I know of that do, you haven't taken the time to do more. there's a couple shops that I know of that do coffee dyed paper, and I absolutely love it. Vintage Polka Dot is the very first one that I think of because I absolutely love her coffee dyed paper. Um, and what I think is really awesome is no matter what, even if you buy from all of the shops, you're getting different product because it's all different. It's crazy. That's kind of like giving 10 different people the same exact supplies and saying, here, create something. You're going to get different things. Um, I hear that using plastic doilies is a great way to get that, the pattern effect. I'm not sure. I don't, like I said, I don't do my own coffee dyed paper or dyed paper. If I need like a special project and I only need like a few sheets, then I will, if I don't have it already. But most of the time, I just try to support the local shops, and I don't have anything, right? Yeah, nope. All right, so from here on out, it's all going to be, I have to make sure it's upside down or not upside down because I'm putting direction on it now. Wish me luck. All right. Oh my gosh, I love this. That's the spine. Oh my gosh, I love, love, love this. Good luck. Thanks. Oh my gosh. I am in love with this paper. All right, so that's the back piece here. And then this one with the little one is the front piece. Okay, so come here. Come here, yous. Come here, yous. All right. Yeah, so anybody who is just now coming in, this paper that I'm using, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's either Aesop's or Aesop's Fables. It is available in the shop. All you have to do is do a search in the shop for Aesop's Fables. It is AESOP' Fables, and it will bring up the listing for the collection. And I have, let's see, I believe I have the 12 by 12s, the A4, the 8 by 8s, and I believe I have a small amount of the 6 by 6s. The A4s are going, I can actually show you guys that real quick, but the A4s, you're going to get all of your cutout pieces, your cards, your ephemera, and stuff like that. I mean, you'll have to cut them out yourself, but that's where they are. I can't wait to play. Yeah, so the mail just ran. So yours will not be going out today. I mean, I could put it out there, but it will just get cold. And, well, not really, because it's not that cold. It's 64 now. What did I say earlier? It was like 61. It's crazy. All right, so I'm just going to put one strip right down the middle. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And I'm just using my ruler to tear this. It is a little bit thicker than traditional double-sided tape. So I would definitely say if you use this stuff to make sure that you have some sort of way of cutting it. And I went ahead and put the middle piece in because I needed my edge to be straight and I didn't want to waste the tape. So that's why I did it that way. Yeah, I normally ship pretty quick though. Um, we do the orders. We try to do the orders once a day. We don't do them like once a week or nothing like that. Especially now. Oh my gosh, the shipping now is so crazy. I think they said on the news this morning that if you want your stuff to be there by Christmas, to have it mailed out no later than the 15th. And I'm just like, I'm fairly certain you're going to be pushing stuff to have it there by Christmas, or at least guaranteed by Christmas if you mail it out today. Because it's like, it's so undermanned. It's crazy. Everywhere is undermanned. The schools here, oh my gosh, I just got a phone call this morning. Like, neither one of my kids ride the bus, so it doesn't really affect us. But I just got a phone call this morning saying that the buses are running about 45 minutes to an hour late, just in our county, because of shortage of bus drivers. I was like, oh, that stinks. So yeah. All right, so there's the front. That's the front. All right, wait. Slow your roll. I gotta burnish. That's important. Because if you don't, those air pockets are going to allow the tape to easily release, and you don't want that. You want it to stick there forever and ever and ever. I cannot believe I'm using double-sided tape to adhere paper to fabric. Like, this is crazy, right? The concept is insane. But here I am. I'm doing it. Oh, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Let me grab it real quick. So I don't have any in the shop just yet. I might put a few rolls in there, but this is what it looks like. It's called Artisan Adhesive Tape, and it says it's a tape used for book binding, mixed media, album construction, altered art, scrapbooking, card making, glitter, beads, boxes, ribbons, laces, and more. It says double-sided, extra strong adhesive, waterproof, perfect for mixed media applications. Great for pockets, flaps, and interactive mini album features. And that's the 5/8, and that's the 1 inch. The 5/8 is a very interesting size, which is why I got that one. Because you can get a 1/4 inch or an inch in almost any tape out there. But 5/8 is an interesting size. And sometimes you just need that little one, you know? Oh, ding dong, that's upside down. Yeah, we're going to let me stick that on there upside down. No! Just kidding. All right. Make sure this is straight. Even though I'm fixing to pick it up. Take all the backing off. But you see how easy this is to come off? Some of those double-sided tapes, the backings are crazy. Like, I have to get a knife just to get the backing off. All right. That's the top. That's the straight top. Straight top. Hey, Christy, how are you? I was just talking about the fact that I haven't been on in a while. How are you? I am doing well, by the way. Just really busy. Like, it is insanely busy around here in my world. So, Obviously, you know that we have a big family, but my in-laws came over the week before Thanksgiving, and it was very surprised. Um, it was kind of funny because my brother-in-law called me on Facebook Messenger, and for whatever reason, I was like, oh, he's just trying to get in touch with Wayne, whatever. No, he was actually trying to get in touch with me. Because he had got some time off and he had to go to North Carolina to get Deborah anyway. So he figured he would stop in and, spend a couple days here. Well, he wanted to surprise Wayne. So we had to figure out a way for that all to happen. And so he ended up getting a flight in. I don't drive at night. I have glasses. So, the lights kind of starburst and they kind of freak me out. I have pretty bad anxiety. So I don't drive at night. But I have gotten used to it a little bit more now because my kids go to public school, and there for a while my daughter was going to school at 7 o'clock in the morning or 6:50 in the morning, and it was still dark outside. So I mean I had to drive at night, technically. No, Eve is no, that's Eric. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and so anyway, we got it all set up, and I had to drive to the Charleston International Airport at 1 o'clock in the morning. His flight was supposed to get in at midnight, but they had he had a layover in Miami, and there was like something wrong with the air conditioner or something like that. So it like delayed the takeoff. Old age catching up with me. Oh, girl. Right. All right. So I have gotten this completely done as far as the cover goes. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out some ideas for the pages. Because I don't want to just put the pages, I've already cut them out, but I don't want to just mat everything. Because I think what I want to do is I think I want to wrap these pages. I just have to figure out how to do that. So I'm just going to do some measuring. I don't think that's an actual word, but I'm going to do some measuring. And this is actually this paper line right here, and it is available in the shop. I don't know if it's Aesop's or Aesops. Everybody seems to have a different opinion on how to pronounce it. I have no idea, but this, if you do a search in the shop, you can find it. I have a lot of different pieces to the collection in there. But yes, I love the colors on here. I think that it's turning out really nice. And I really, really hope that the recipient enjoys this particular book. But yeah, so I'm going to figure out how I'm going to wrap these pages, because I know that you're still going to see this, but I don't think that I want, and I might do the fabric. The fabric might be fun if I can figure out how to do it. Because I do have some of these, not this piece, but I do have some of this fabric left. So I might be able to wrap them like that. Like just cut little strips and figure that out. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So I'll probably do that this evening. And yes, it is Ciao I do have Prima, actually. That's what this tape is right here. I am in love with this tape. I just put fabric. Like they just watched me put fabric on this cover with double-sided tape. And it's the artisan adhesive tape from Prima. Yeah, so I carry Prima, Stamperia, Ciao, Blue Fern. I have Blue Ferns. Actually, I lied. I don't have Blue Fern's newest line because I think I sold out. I think I might have 2 packs of ephemera left, and I sold out. And with the shipping delays, I don't know that I'm going to get any more in the shop before Christmas. Ergo, I may not be ordering any more of the Yule time at all, because the shipping delays are pretty bad. So I may not be getting any more of those. But yeah, I got a couple different things in the shop. That's one of the reasons that I haven't really been on YouTube too much, is because, I've been focusing pretty heavily on the shop. But the line that I'm using is Aesop's Fables, and it is available. So you guys can definitely go check that out. I actually haven't used their paints. I do have their waxes, and I love their waxes. I have some of them in the shop, but I absolutely love their waxes. And I am in love with this tape. This tape is just amazing. I put the fabric to the book board, and then I put the tape, the paper on top of the fabric, all with the double-sided tape. And I mean, it's stuck down, and there's no air bubbles from glue, which I love. Like, it's just smooth as can be. Yes, I agree. Absolutely. So let me figure out how I'm going to be wrapping these pages, and I will get back to you guys. I will try to be on tomorrow. I absolutely have, unless I have appointments, because my son recently got braces. Recently, he's had them for about 2 months now, but he has braces, and he also got glasses. So between all 3 of my kids and my husband, the fact that it's December, my time is very, very limited. But everyone is out of the house Tuesday, Wednesday, and Fridays during the days. So I will try really hard to make sure that I do either a video or come on live or something to that nature. That way I'm not completely YouTube MIA. You know what I mean? So anyway, like I said, Aesop's Fables is available in the shop. I will try to figure out how to wrap these pages, and I will get back to you guys hopefully tomorrow. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But I will try to get back tomorrow. Yes, we are hopefully trying to plan a play date with Miss Erica here on Friday, because she does not normally have Fridays off, but she does this week. So hopefully Friday we will have a special guest, Miss Erica. So I will catch you guys all on the flip side. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I hope you have a wonderful week if I don't see you again this week. And you guys have a wonderful and safe holiday season. So love you guys, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.